a specific car with a number that with a number given to that car that you use. And some, if you don't have a picture of the person who's coming, you can't even have access. They have all of this in place, and to see that the children are safe, there must be some form of effort, as you put it, that must come from the people. What other effort have you seen in some proprietors as well as government to help our children? Because this is one too many for us to swallow.
Well, the proprietors are doing what they can do. Maybe where we actually need to start is when you establish an institution, it would be wise to bring a security expert in and look at the loopholes that you would have to fill. But by the time you put up a perimeter fence, you put a security operative at the gate, you put electric wire wire on top of the fence, or even the barbed wires on top of the fences, and they still find a way to get in. So the problem is, how do we keep them out such that they won't even have the time to say they're going to pick up a child, or they're going to and when you look at some of our streets as well, they don't even have to come on campus. All they need to do is wait, outside of the gate, and pounce on the people. So who are the people watching over us when we're going about our regular daily activities? And even if you can provide protection on your campus, do you now keep one? But for a few people, do you now carry a patrol? How many of us can afford patrol vehicles for our kids just to pick them up from school? So there's a whole a systemic gap that we still have to fill. And I think maybe, even if it's not community policing, then maybe allow community vigilante, or just a system that we would pay for as a community, that would give us some semblance of safety.
This looks clumsy to you, isn't it?
It does, but like everything else, we have to provide for ourselves. We are our own power generators. We are our own security operative. It's just not working the way we have it set up right now.
Mr. Washika, the fencing, we have the perimeter fencing, but you talked about who watches us when we move out beyond the perimeter fences. You also talked about we're looking at our walls instead of looking beyond the walls. What do you expect, or what do you think can be done? Because if you say who's watching us when we move beyond our fences, the police is stretched thin.
Absolutely.
So what should be done to ensure that, especially in terms of, or let's put it this way, in terms of educating the children, can that also play a role in security?
Yeah, absolutely, it does. But the situations that we've experienced, we couldn't put the blame on the children.
No, we're not blaming them.
Yes, I know. And so, yes, so if we inform them, we tell them, okay, don't speak to strangers, walk in groups, look around you, be vigilant. But they're children. And these adults are wiser, they're more cunning, than they are. Yes, educating is good, but I think the education should actually start with the proprietors or the principals of these schools, to know what to look for, to be, if we can have some intelligence on people who carry out these kidnappings, what they may look like, what their moves might be like, how they could come at you, so that you can be ready to protect the children that are put under your care. So it's Education is good. But who do we direct the education to? Everyone, yes. But most importantly, the schools who have charge of other people's children. And when things are broken, because I understand that in the last kidnapping, there was a break, through the back. So when things are broken, let's fix it. Let's make sure that we keep the children inside. The case that happened with Chibok is still mind-blowing.
We'll come back and talk more about solutions, more so now that well, it has been said that that area used to be one area for oil bunkers operating freely. That's when we'll return shortly.